In today's video, I'm going to tell you all of the newborn essentials that I am actually using for my newborn baby. She is only 5 weeks old as of today, and I'm a fourth-time mom, so within 6 years, like I had, my oldest right now is 6. And I really got down to the nitty-gritty of what you really need when you bring home a newborn baby. So if you're interested in knowing exactly what you need so you don't overspend or over accumulate things that you'll never use and it'll just create clutter, this is the video for you, so just keep watching. Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Brittany Kelly, and this channel is all about supporting the super mom and brilliant babies, so make sure you subscribe. Okay, so I have a newborn baby girl. So what exactly did I need for her before I came from the hospital, and what am I actually using? That's what I'm going to go over with you today. So one of the first things that you absolutely need is a thermometer, because safety first. Newborns are very fragile, they're very sensitive, and you just never know. You always want to be able to have that information on hand in case you need to call the doctor and they ask, you know, what is the baby's temperature? Do they have a fever? You want to be able to tell them that. So one of the things that I think is necessary for you to have in your home is a thermometer. I personally use an ear thermometer, but they have all types of fancy ones where it just scans the baby's forehead. But personally, I have the one where you put it in their ear and get that temperature. The next thing that you need is a nail clipper. Now little babies, they're always scratching their faces because they have this reflex where they just like startle. It's called the startle reflex, and sometimes they scratch their face. You can put little mitts on them. Personally, I like for the children to be free. I don't like to swallow them that much. I don't like to put mittens on them that much. I like for their hands and their feet to be as free as possible. So getting a nail clipper is important regardless, to make sure that they don't have any long nails or anything that could scratch their little faces. A hairbrush and a hair comb. For those cute little newborn baby photo shoots, you need to brush down the baby's hair, make sure everything looks good. You definitely want to have one of these on hand, something really soft. You don't want any hard bristles or anything like that. Just a soft little brush or a very thin tooth comb, just to keep your baby super groomed and ready for any of those Instagram photos. And if you aren't following me on Instagram, I don't know why. You really should, because I am definitely documenting kind of my everyday routine with my kids as a mom before who's into early education. So definitely check me out. I need to have a cloth baby carrier. Now I have one that is the baby Bichon as well, and a cloth one. I really think baby carriers are excellent. It keeps you hands-free so you can get stuff done. As a mom of 4, I need to get stuff done. And even when I just had one baby, I wanted to wash dishes or clean up or do something, and not every single time did the baby want to sleep without me during nap time. So what made life super easy was putting the baby inside the baby carrier, and they would come along with me for all these tasks. Also, another bonus is they're able to actually feel your movements when you're walking and doing stuff, and that is actually positive for their gross motor skills. So you definitely want to invest in a baby carrier before you have your baby. Breastfeeding essentials. You will need things that will help you with breastfeeding. I'm going to do a totally different video to really go through all of the things that you need for breastfeeding, our breastfeeding essentials. But one of the things that I think is really important is to have a pump, to have bags for storage, to have some sort of nipple cream in order for your breasts to not be so tender if you decide to breastfeed. Obviously, if you don't decide to breastfeed, then you need your feeding essentials, like you need your formula, you need your bottles, you need a bottle cleaner as well. But I'm gonna do a completely different video for that. If you want that, please hit the like button right now and let me know that you're interested in that information. Onesies. I mean, we are into all the super cute outfits for babies, so we can take lots of pictures of them. But let me be clear, you still need onesies. Sometimes the babies have these explosions, and you would like to have onesies kind of packed into your diaper bag so that you can just quickly change them into something secure and simple without too much fuss. They're also pretty easy to get on and off because they're created where the neck is able to remove itself downward instead of up over the baby's head in case, like I said, the diapers explode. I also think onesies are second best to a baby being completely bare chest with just a diaper on, because when the babies are trying to learn their gross motor skills, like being on their tummy for tummy time, you want their extremities completely bare as much as possible. So try to be in a warm room and have them flat. If they're not topless, then in a onesie is absolutely the best thing. So you definitely need onesies. Infant tub. Okay, so when I had my first baby, I definitely got the 4Moms infant tub that tells you the actual temperature, which I think is great for new parents or first time parents to actually know the temperature of the water that is needed for a newborn. But if you are a little more experienced with having multiple children like myself, you can kind of feel for the temperature yourself. Once the baby's umbilical cord is dried up and done, you want to put them in an actual bathtub and clean them. They also have different things that you can put the baby in a sink and clean them as well. Personally, I like the tub, but a lot of people really like the sink. And when the baby is too young to actually get in the tub, you want to take some type of basin or bowl and put water in it and have soap and a washcloth and wash them off. With that said, you definitely need a washcloth and a towel for your baby. So if you want to keep them clean, you definitely need those things, as well as some sort of baby soap, something that's very gentle on their skin so that you can clean their little areas, especially the little rolls. Maybe I should do a video on that. Especially the little rolls, because the little rolls get so nasty and stinky if you don't wash them really good. So you have to open all of those baby rolls and make sure you're cleaning them off. So you want to have some good gentle baby soap. A changing area. Now, the more children that I have, the less fancy the changing area gets, because I want to change the baby wherever I possibly can. So I do have a little mat that I use, but I also have a specific changing area with a cover, and you want to buy some of those loose covers as well to place on top of the actual changing area, because sometimes with those diaper explosions, like I mentioned earlier, you will have baby poop all over the actual changing area. And if you have something that you can just pull right on off and put something else on top of it, it makes your life so much easier. So this is definitely an essential and a must-have. Now, what if you have a baby who is asleep in one room and you need to do things in another? You need to have a baby monitor. You need to be able to see your baby. Something for me that is great is something that is video and audio. Also, the one that I have right now has an audio alarm. It has an alarm for sound and an alarm for temperature. To me, those things are great because sometimes the little baby noises just aren't loud enough. So I like that it has an alarm that really keeps me aware of when any sort of noise starts happening with the baby. Now, if you are watching them on the baby monitor because they are sleeping, they are probably sound asleep and don't want to hear any startling noises. So you want a sound machine, a white noise sound machine. I have bought the same sound machine over and over. I really like it. To me, this white noise works. It's nice and loud. The kids don't hear me talking. They don't hear any jumps or bumps in the background. So to me, a sound machine is something that you really need. Now, if you're like me, you worry about toxins. So I like to buy non-toxic detergents to wash my baby's clothes in. You will use that before the baby is even born, because you want to wash all of their clothes that you get in detergent so that it is nice and clean. It doesn't have any debris from the factories or wherever it came from. We don't know. And we're in uncertain times right now when I'm giving birth to my baby, which is 2020. So you definitely want to make sure that everything is super clean, and I like to use a non-toxic detergent, so that is a must. I'm gonna state the obvious here. You need diapers and wipes. Personally, I love Pampers diapers for my newborn, but everyone else has different preferences. But you tend to see that a lot in the hospitals, at least the ones that I have delivered in. It usually is a Pamper. Actually, for Dove, it was Huggies. But anyway, those were fine too. I also like Bamboo Nature diapers as well. Don't worry about any of this. All the things will be linked in the description box below. And if you want even more detail on everything that I'm saying, you also can check out my blog on www.onebritneykelly.com, and I will have a blog post detailing these things as well. But you definitely need that. And I don't know if you know, but when you have the little baby diapers, they actually have a wetness indicator on the front. So you can see the line go from yellow to blue. It's yellow when it's dry and blue when it's wet. Next, you need a bassinet or sleeping area. Now, this varies from person to person. Some people really like to have bassinets in their bedroom. Some people like to go straight to a crib. Some people like the docket and have the baby sleeping for a co-sleeping situation. Whatever works best for you. For me, I like the Montessori style where there's a small mattress that's down like low on the floor, very low profile, 5 inches max. But that's my personal preference. Everyone needs an area where they have their baby sleep comfortably so they can have as much sleep as possible. If you haven't seen my video, Newborn Sleep Solution, how to get your baby to sleep through the night early on, definitely check it out. Swaddling Blankets. Now, a lot of moms really swear by swaddling their baby. And for my first baby, I really did swaddle him. And so having a swaddling blanket is so key if you like swaddling your baby. They like to do that in the hospital as well. Personally, I don't swaddle my kids anymore, but it can make the baby feel very comfortable and sleep longer if they are swaddled, if they love being swaddled. So definitely get those swaddling blankets. And I like to have them also just for putting over them in case they're a little bit chilly because it's nighttime, maybe we're outside, or what have you, whatever situation where I might just need to have an extra blanket or lay a blanket down to create some sort of barrier. These things are amazing. Definitely have those swaddling blankets. And of course, you need a car seat. There's no way around that. You definitely need a car seat. You can't even take your baby home from the hospital, from most hospitals, if you don't have a car seat. So you want to make sure you have that and that it's safe. And you want to make sure that you understand the importance of how to buckle your baby into the car seat appropriately, properly, so that they have the safest scenario possible. I noticed a lot of parents, even of toddlers, don't buckle their babies incorrectly. So I think this is an important safety measure that you need to consider, and definitely take the time out to see how you're supposed to buckle in the baby. Basically, the top portion that you buckle is supposed to be at armpit level, not lower than that, where it can actually hit the organs if there's an accident and cause internal bleeding or something crazy like that. So you definitely want to have it at the armpit level and make sure that those straps are nice and tight, where it's only a 2-finger width motion between you and the baby when you adjust it, okay? And definitely remember that some of these things are interchangeable. Like some people like burping cloths, but you can definitely use a towel or the little baby wipes or something to make sure the baby is cleaned after they burp. If they spit up, my kids don't tend to spit up, but you can use those things. So definitely remember that this is all about being minimalistic, getting the things that you definitely need before the baby comes, and everything else can be optional. You know, Amazon is still open. You can go to these places and you get anything extra that you might need, but to me, these are the absolute definites that you need. Maybe a diaper king could be something that you could consider, but you definitely don't need it up front because your baby probably isn't going to have some sort of diaper rash if you are properly removing their diaper and cleaning them after they go to the bathroom. I think that you guys would benefit a lot from watching a lot of my other videos that are about early education, about newborn sleep. So definitely check those videos out after you watch this one. And make sure if you didn't hit that like button to already do that. Subscribe, definitely keep watching.